Let's go Bear. Into Jokic, shot clock at 2. Quick shot! Oh my goodness!
We have witnessed history in these two iconic Game 7 battles. The largest comeback in a Game 7 and the absolute best shooting performance ever in the playoffs. Last night was one for the ages. But let's start from the beginning, as Denver started this game exactly how they wanted. Nikola Jokic dominated the glass, reaching a double-double of 13 points and 15 rebounds by halftime, 5 of which were on the offensive end. This led to a 12-2 second chance points discrepancy.
Ooze his way inside that paint. He's got Gobert in front. Shot clock 9. Jokic, Gobert, MVP against the Defensive Player of the Year.
Jokic is absolutely destroying Minnesota on the glass, already with a double-double.
And it felt like it's going to be another one of those nights where he was toying with the Defensive Player of the Year. Jamal Murray, unlike the previous games in this series, was cooking right from the start, getting to his spots and playing with ease on his way to 24 first-half points on 53% shooting from the field and 60% from three-point range.
This series, Murray triple. I guess that right elbow's okay.
Yes, someone has found their rhythm.
Oh, he's feeling it.
Yes, he is.
Jamal Murray.
That was that Chris Paul dribble right there. He got that extra space, pulled him, knocked it down, and let the crowd know I'm in the house.
The Nuggets pulled all the right strings and had control of the game as they headed into the locker room up by 15 at the half. On the other side, Cat and McDaniels were the only ones ready to put up a fight, scoring 13 and 10 points respectively on decent shooting efficiency.
Towns, the matchup he wants against Christian Brown. Shot clock at 4. Towns. 2 in a row.
That's the skill, Rez.
Cat took advantage of the mismatch every time he saw one, patiently working the smaller defenders for some quality shots. But their main weapon, Anthony Edwards, was a shadow of his Game 6 performance as he couldn't hit anything in this game, contested or wide open.
Karl Anthony Towns. Edwards. Aims. Fires. Rebound. Jokic.
And shot 1 for 7 for only 4 points in the first half. And Minnesota struggled as a team overall as they shot just 31% from the field. Things looked a bit worse for the Timberwolves early in the third when
Corner. Murray. 3. Got it.
5-point swing right there.
down by 20 on the road with all the momentum on Denver's side, the Timberwolves had all the odds stacked against them, but nobody could imagine that what started to unfold was history in the making.
Oh, good pass.
Fiercely into the paint goes Murray. Knocked away inside Gobert. The weaving Edwards with his speed is Kyle and he gets the 2. Timeout Denver. Edwards through traffic. The 3 is in.
That's been their best offense, when they can get stops. You mentioned this earlier, Jamal.
Shot clock 2, corner 3. Conley, good! 6-point game. His way into the defensive Towns. Knocked away. Here we go. Edwards at the other end. What a comeback by Minnesota.
Minnesota went on a 28-9 run to close out the third quarter, which was totally opposite of the previous one, as this whole game was a microcosm of the entire series. The Nuggets were unrecognizable in this one as they shot a miserable 26% from the field. It's like they fell asleep after going up by 20. And after this 3 by Edwards, it was on. They knew they had him against the ropes.
Edwards, it's a 3. Good!
And the entire arena was in disbelief when the Timberwolves took over the lead in the fourth. In an unexpected turn of events, it was the role players of Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, and Jaden McDaniels that carried the offensive load during these crucial times.
Let's go Bear. Into Jokic, shot clock at 2. Quick shot! Oh my goodness, he's got 11.
Wow. Did you hear the gasp in this building?
Rudy stuns everyone with this wild turnaround, and with that going in, Minnesota believes that maybe this is their day and they can complete the upset. But most importantly, their hounding defense stepped up when it mattered the most, absolutely putting a lid on the basket.
Edwards on him. Jokic gets it. Shot clock at 7. Into Reid. Knocked away once. Shot clock at 5. Edwards, Gordon is there. Back pedals, jabs, shot. Oh! Slammed in. Reid parachutes in and jackhammers it down.
Wow, Naz Reid delivers big time on both ends of the court. And after another turnover by Jamal, Edwards hits the dagger to put the Wolves up by 10 with 3 minutes to go.
Corner, Edwards, aim, shoot, score! Timeout!
And everyone started to realize that it was over. Jokic and Murray had one last push to try and get back, making it a 5-point game. But then,
What will kill you will be an offensive rebound here.
Conley will slither inside. Oh my goodness, Towns! Karl Anthony Towns!
it's all over. The champs have fallen and Minnesota completes the biggest Game 7 comeback in NBA history. History actually repeats itself, as this came on the same exact day 20 years after KG and company advanced to the Western Conference Finals in a Game 7 showdown against the Kings. On Raid Game, the app that I'm a part of, we score each game by how interesting they were, and this one was a solid 8.6 for me. Download the app from the link in the description and join us in rating and reviewing these games. Moving on to New York, as I was hoping that the Garden crowd would lift my Knicks to a hot start in Game 7. But I was staggered when the exact opposite started to happen, as Indiana opened the game on an unbelievable 76% shooting from the field.
Hart, shot clock at 3. Pascal Siakam, three-pointer, he's perfect so far. Halliburton another 3. Puts it in, Tyrese Halliburton, 14 points. Here in the first quarter, it's a 15-point lead.
It seemed like everything they threw at the basket went in, and despite the fact that the Knicks themselves were solid in this first quarter, it seemed like the Pacers unlocked God mode. And it didn't help that OG Anunoby did a Willis Reed move.
I think we see Willis coming out.
Here comes Willis, and the crowd is going wild.
For the ones that don't know, this means that OG got back from injury to start the game, only to get the crowd fired up, as he knew that he couldn't go and quickly sat down. Hart is playing injured as well, on top of all the other injuries that the Knicks had. So as crazy as it sounds, I was thankful that New York was only down by 8 at the end, and thought to myself, Indiana can't keep up this pace, right?
Double team Siakam. Nembhard gets to the foul line. Jumper's good. Pacers looking to push every single time. Neesmith knocks down the 3.
In a mind-blowing shooting display, the Pacers went 76.5% in the second quarter. In 20 years of watching the NBA, I hadn't seen anything similar to this. Tyrese Halliburton chucking up wild threes, Pascal Siakam was automatic from mid-range, and then Indiana could also get to the rim and finish inside. It was an all-around spectacle, just not for me and the MSG crowd. This reminded me of a legendary quarter by them a few years ago when they went 20 for 21 in that period. And best of all is the fact that they were a perfect 20 for 20 until the final seconds, where Josh McRoberts fires away and misses to ruin a perfect quarter for Indiana. Absolutely wild. In the third, the Knicks knew it's now or never to try and come back, so
DiVincenzo fires a 3. It's good. 8-point game. Brunson tries a 3. That's good. Josh Hart drives inside. Layup, he banks it home.
And we're back. It's only a 6-point game. I'm thinking Indy will finally start slowing down and the comeback is within reach. And technically, I was right, as they did slow down with their shooting, going from 76% to almost 60%. And just like that, the lead quickly went back to 19. To make things even worse, Jalen Brunson breaks his hand, and that was pretty much it for the next season. Indiana finished the game shooting 67.1% from the field, which ended up being the best shooting performance ever for a playoff game. Unbelievable. This young Pacers team proved that they can go in a hostile environment for a Game 7 and win in a completely unexpected manner. So hats off to them. This was still an interesting game for me, so I gave it a 6.4 on Raid Game. Again, click the link in the description and join our community there. This was a historic night in the playoffs, and it all happened because of the way things started to escalate out of control, and I broke all of that down in this video, so you gotta check it out. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.